afternoon, Sarah. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm fine, Germaine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And thank you for, agreeing to do the conversation with me. Seeing as you are the jet setter, you are currently in a hotel in Dubai. Yeah, waiting to
Correct.
go forward to Africa to meet MG, and I hope that everything has a happy ending. Okay,
Thank
so to
you.
everyone who's watching us, this is my dear friend Sarah. And Sarah used to be the head of marketing for ISI Steel in Cambodia. So she leads a full life. She has just become a brand new mom. Beautiful daughter Zara is with her. So we might hear her in this conversation every now and again. So we'll just say hi, Zara. But you know what, Sarah, I mean, I love for you to kick off my series 3 when we talk about overcoming. I think that
Yep.
is the most appropriate topic for you right now. Oh my God. So just to fill everybody in, why is overcoming so appropriate to Sarah? Because, Sarah's beating all the odds to meet with her fiance, in Africa because they were accidentally separated during the lockdown. So it's been months, since they
Yeah.
saw each
Yep.
other. So can I just ask you about overcoming this
Mm-hmm.
unexpected separation, this being
Mm-hmm.
a new mother? It's all
Mm.
coming to a head. They call it the
Yeah.
perfect storm. So what do you call it, Sarah?
Just a storm, I think. I don't know if it's a perfect storm.
I,
So, yeah, I mean, overcoming, I felt like was really appropriate for this conversation because I think what's happened over the last few months, especially during COVID, was just, yeah, so many things kind of got thrown at us that we just kind of had to overcome. And I'm talking about we in a sense of myself, my daughter and I together, and then me and my fiance and my daughter together as well. So, yeah, there's been I think everyone's had a really challenging time, but I feel really happy because I think we have overcome a lot of those challenges. And what I guess the conversation will be about today is about yeah, how you can kind of, stay positive in times that are just really negative and really stressful. And, when you get throwing the balls from left field, what do you actually do to make sure that you, yeah, you can overcome them and stay really positive, which I think now that we're kind of at the tail end of everything, I think we've
yes.
survived and we've overcome, and hopefully we're working towards the happy ending. So, so yeah, I feel like it's a very appropriate topic for us.
Happy to hear that. So clearly you were a few months, without MG. Can you
Mm-hmm.
share with us what is it that you did, to stay positive? Because family separation, it's really tough, especially when you
Yeah.
just became a mom.
Yeah, it was really difficult, and I think anyone watching who has had to spend time apart from their partner with or without kids, it's challenging. So for us, it was just so unexpected and so sudden. We just got the news that Nigeria was going to close its borders, and we didn't have time to get on a flight to get there, basically, because they gave 48 hours notice. So it was just instantaneous. So I think something that really helped us overcome those challenges was keeping communication up between us and being honest and transparent about how we felt, whether that be good or bad, being able to talk it out with each other and just being really honest and open. And the next one was having a really great support network in Cambodia as well. Asking for help and accepting help, I think is a big one for people who, like me, are very fiercely independent, and you kind of don't, Zara. You want to feel like you can do everything on your own, but in these challenging times, you need help from other people. And people are willing to help, and it's okay to ask for help as well. So friendships and colleagues and people really made it bearable and really helped me a lot. So that was a big one as well.
I am so glad because, of course, your family is in Australia. You are
Yeah.
truly a citizen of the world. Can you imagine? Okay, so,
Yeah.
partner and fiance is in Africa. You are now
Yeah.
in Dubai, was in Cambodia, and family is in Australia. Well done, Sarah.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like a bit of a global citizen at the moment. But that's 2020s. A lot of other people, a lot of other families operate like that too. So I actually just feel very grateful.
I
Even
know.
though, these last few months haven't been great, overall, we're very fortunate in how we live our life. And here's Zara to say hello as well.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, Zara. Okay, so she's having her bottle, then at least we can talk,
Yeah, I'm trying to keep her quiet.
Oh, don't. It's okay, So as we're talking about overcoming, clearly, leaving Cambodia is also leaving your job behind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the future is a little bit uncertain. So again, on the topic of overcoming, how are you coping with that?
Actually, that was a really hard decision for me, and I was very open about that with my employers because I think we have a very close relationship. It's a family business. We all know each other on a very personal level as well. We all know each other's kids, and it's all very personal and friendly. So it wasn't easy for me to make that decision to give up what was very familiar, what I was used to, what I'm good at, to move away. But the bottom line is our plan was to move to Australia, but just obviously everything got so messy. And the bottom line is that family comes first, and our family priority is just number one right now. We had to be realistic with what was happening with travel around the world and which partner out of MG and I could go where and what's possible. And what it came down to is we just have to prioritize family. And unfortunately, in this circumstance, my work priorities and my family priorities clashed. Whereas up to this point, it's been a balance, But when those clashes happen, you just kind of have to think what's the most important thing. And for us, with a little girl who hasn't seen her dad for 4 months and has grown so much in that time, that's a lot. That's really hard for a parent to be separated from their children, and it's hard for partners to be separated. And the most important thing is getting back together. So unfortunately, that meant that I couldn't continue my job, but it's an extremely ISI Group is a family-run business. They get it. They understand. It's not ideal for either party, but it's just the reality of this very weird circumstance that everyone's in right now.
I know, right? I think COVID-19 has a very, very, very uncanny way of throwing the spanner in the works, and everybody is really suffering. But I see that you're maintaining very well. And the fact that you're traveling with a young kid, while some of the borders are open, it is still a very dangerous time. What are you doing to keep yourself out of that fear, seeing as you have to travel where you want to get to?
Yeah. I kind of have a life philosophy about things working out when they're meant to. And I just feel like everything that kind of happened since we made this quite rapid decision to leave Cambodia and come to Africa, it's all happened within less than a week, basically.
Wow.
But I really have a philosophy that when things are meant to work out, it kind of does. And everything's been very easy up to this point. We've been extremely careful with all of our health precautions, with hand sanitizers and wipes on the plane and masks. And of course, all countries are making sure that happens now. We've had 2 COVID tests within the week to make sure that everything's okay and everything's negative. So that's fine. It's risky to some degree, but it's also a calculated risk. Countries are being extremely safe. Rates are going down. We're taking care of our personal hygiene. I think it's okay. And in terms of fear of traveling, I'm just not giving into that fear. I'm very optimistic and I feel very hopeful about the end result. So that's what's keeping us going.
That is great, Sarah. It's been so enlightening talking to you because, of course, this conversation is all about, what can we do the best that we can, in the current situation that we are. So, on that final note, Sarah, is there anything that you want to tell, the people who are tuning in, who are probably going through a tough time and you get there?
I think probably my final words of that I would like to say is just keep going. You're strong, you're resilient, you can do it, and it's going to be okay. Things are going to work out in the end. So it's just try to, keep a positive mindset, ask for help, accept help, and you're going to be okay.
You know what? The asking for help is so key. I think a lot of people just keep silent and then they just explode at the end of the day, I mean,
or suffer. I think people really, really would it's a difficult thing to ask for help. It really is.
I know.
But at the end of the day, if you're suffering mentally, which a lot of people, I mean, mental health issues are through the roof at the moment, if you take that risk and extend, that vulnerability to people, people are gonna help. It's incredible how much kindness I've seen in the last few months from people I know and people also I don't know. So I think everyone gets it, and just don't be afraid to ask for help. It can really save you. Yeah.
I am so happy to hear that. Sarah, on that note, we wish you bon voyage tomorrow.
Thank you.
To Africa, may you be absolutely safe, and I will be praying for you. And little
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So to everybody, there you are. Zara. So to everyone who's listening in, Sarah's a good friend. And particularly to the young moms that are listening in, should you ever want to be connected to Sarah, and I'm sure that she will give a consent, please write in to us at www.elpishideout.com and we will connect you. So on that note, Sarah, you take care in Dubai.
Thank you.
And stay safe, okay? Love you all.
I will. Thank you. Love you too. Thank you for having me, Germaine. Take care.